Okay, so now we're down to our last 4 strands. Okay, so this is when things will change because now we're ready to start to finish this off a bit. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to spritz this down just to keep it nice and supple for us, and we're going to continue to do the bend and the weave underneath like so, but all I have to do with this one is just go under the middle one like that, and I'll just do the other side the same way, and they're just going to fold on top of themselves like so, and it's just going to go underneath the middle one just like that. Now I'm not going to do any cutting just yet, okay, so I want to leave these 2 long. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to take one of these and I will want to weave them. I want to fold this one. I'm going to take the right one here and I want to tuck it and weave it onto itself underneath the other cross weavers. Okay, so sometimes it helps to go ahead and cut these at an angle to make a point, and it also helps to have like a little tool, and I have a chopstick that has have a point with a beveled edge flat that'll help me tuck these in place. So I want to find my first cross weaver here, and I want to go ahead and see if I can make space with my tool, make a little space to start to work this underneath, and I want to weave this under just like so. Sometimes you can fold these in half and it helps to make this stiff enough to work underneath the other weavers. So now I just use my tool to push this underneath to the other side, and now it's up and out. Okay, so having a little tool kind of comes in handy. Okay, so again, I want these outer ones to be as flat as possible, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pull that down. That's what's going to hold these in place, and I can cinch this down, and really I could go up one more if I wanted to, kind of tuck this in so it looks like it'll hide underneath the second row here. So I can go ahead and make some space and then use my tool and tuck this right underneath as much as it'll let me, or I can just cut it after doing the first one. Either way will work just fine. Cut that on the up. Yep, there we go. Get that in there, and then go ahead and pull that nice and tight. Okay, so now that's hidden and it's locking these 2 in place. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my weaver is nice and supple and moist. Okay, so that was this one that we just tucked in there like so. So now what we want to do is, again, sort of the same thing as we started out. I'm going to give this a bit of a point, make this ready to tuck. And so now what I want to do is I'm going to want to flip this over now. Okay, and I'm going to want to fold down. Okay, and then I'm going to want to, let's see, I believe, yeah, fold down, and then I'm going to want to fold down again to make a peak like our top. Okay, so again, I'm going to repeat that. So we just tucked in the first of the original here. We just flipped it and tucked it in. Then we're flipping the whole project over. I'm taking this top one and folding it downward, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold another 90-degree downward, and now I'm ready to tuck this in underneath some of the weavers, and we're almost done here. And there looks like there's a weaver right here that's ready to be tucked, so I'll go ahead and kind of make some room for it and make sure that your weaver that you're working with is nice and supple so it doesn't break or crack on you. And I'm gonna go ahead and I can take my tool and kind of push this underneath. That'll help. Push like so. Just like so. And I could probably try and work it underneath another one. Just kind of fold it and get it ready to tuck underneath. Just gonna work it like so. So push. Yeah, there we go. And that flat. Okay. And then now we're almost done. Now we can go ahead and cut these two. Okay. And the reason why we waited till last to cut these is because we wanted to make sure that we had some space to work with. If you cut them too soon, these will be too short and they'll just want to flop all over the place, and they'll just be very incorrigible. It'll be hard to manage. So that's essentially it. So, and if I wanted to be really particular, I can just go ahead and make sure I cut these at an angle so that we don't have any points poking out, like so. And pretty much there you have it. You know, there is a diamond-shaped coaster for holding cups and whatnot to protect your tabletop surface. This can also be used as a bookmark as well. There's all kinds of, you can embellish these with beads, or pictures you could paste on here. You could tie a string to them and they become cool little ornaments. So that's essentially it.